Hello, what's going on everyone, and you're welcome to yet another video on Code Kinder. And we're going to be talking about VTU technology in this part of the video. And VTU is a virtual top-up. That's the full meaning. The full meaning of VTU is virtual top-up, and it's a technology that is really getting a lot of attraction and is really very popular now. And if you don't know what it is, it's just a way of one buying airtime, data, paying your electricity bills, subscribing to your channels, something like cable subscriptions, and then just paying for some of our bills like electricity and cables. Okay, those subscriptions you can do them now online with the help of a VTU, and it's really very popular. People are making quite lots of money from it, so I figured that if I talk about it and also review some sites that I kind of act as an API, it's really going to help most of you out there. Okay, because if you hear them talk about it on radio, you could get confused, and then you'll be wondering, how does it really work and how do I get started? So it's not really hard at all. It's all about you trying to get involved with a reliable company that really give out data cheap, and you can from there begin to work your way up to success. Okay, and I'm not going to be talking about something like SIM hosting this time around. I know that is a part of this what is it called, this is a VTU that you have to host your SIM cards if you want to get something really cheaper than what these APIs are getting right now. So, well, I'm not going to talk about that. Maybe we shall talk about that in another video. But as far as this one is concerned, I'm going to just briefly talk about what VTU is and how to make money from it and how to get started. Okay, and then this is not going to be coding based. I'm not going to code on this part of the video. And if you want a coding part of this video, I do have one video that I created some time ago, and I used the Flutterwave as an API to sell recharge card and then data. So I'm going to include the link in the description box in case you want to check that video out. It's going to help you in case if you ever want to integrate any other type of or any other company that deals in VTU. Okay, so the first one that we're going to be reviewing right now is going to be VTU.ng. Okay, so this is a company that really offer data in a very cheaper rate. As you can see, we have 1 gigabyte right here, which is going to last for 30 days, and that is selling that at 249 naira at this moment. So think of how much most network right now, like MTN, Etisalat or 9mobile, as I think that's their new name now, Airtel, I think they sell this really higher than this price. Okay, I think that MTN sells 1 gigabyte at something like 1,000 naira at this moment, and including Airtel and 9mobile. But these people are selling this at 249 naira. Okay, so that's quite cheap. That's really very cheap. Okay, and then if you're wondering how then can I make money from such a website, there are two basic ways you can make money from them. Okay, you should either sign up as an affiliate marketer with them, or you can buy data from them and then reselling your own price. For instance, if you sign up with them and then you add some money to your wallet on their website, you can sell, instead of selling this at 249 naira, you can sell it something like 300 naira, make some gain out of it. So that's one of the ways that people really make money from this kind of website. Okay, so and if you want to make way more than that, you can take a look at their API. You can integrate their API to your own application, have your own website, and begin to purchase data from them. And you at least, I think they are selling this as 249 naira to a regular customer. But if you become an if you integrate their API, they're going to be selling this to you as something like 240 naira. Okay, so you just need to take your time to go through this website. So this one is just for 1 gigabyte. They have their own prices for some other things that for some other value that they really offer. Okay, and if you take a look at this place, it's not just only data that they're selling. So if you take a look at this place, you can buy and resell electricity bills, cable TV subscription, convert airtime to cash. So that means that you have airtime on your phone that you want to sell, and you really can convert it to cash, and then they will allow you to withdraw the money from their platform to your bank account. Okay, so the way that they do this is you have to just transfer the money to a certain phone number that they're going to give you if you have an account with them. Once you transfer that to them and they process it, they are going to top up your account on their website. Okay, they will add some money on your wallet, and you can go through the process of withdrawing to your bank account, and then they're really going to send the money into your own bank account. That's how this particular site works. This converts Airtime to cash. Okay, so just bear in mind that they sell data, they sell Airtime, electricity bills, cable subscription, and then this particular one. Okay, and what happens is that once you integrate their API, you can have access to all of these services that they just mentioned. Okay, I know when you hear about all of these things on radios, you wonder how does that work. Okay, you can really create a website and begin to sell all of these things using their API or something like a mobile app. So that is just that, and you take your time to read through this page, see what they offer, how much they are really selling their services. It will help you calculate how much you would want to resell those of their services. Okay, so that's just that. So we have they have a way of funding their account, instant funding wallet. If you want to fund your wallet on the platform, you can use this. If you want to become an affiliate marketer, you can use this link. And yeah, so this is the table, their pricing table that you can take a look at. Okay, so yeah, their Airtime, you get 2% discount. If you're a reseller, you get it at 2.5%, and if you are using the API, you are going to gain 3%. So what they're talking about on this line is the amount you are going to be getting if you are selling through their platform. Okay, so if you are able to sell something on their platform or Airtime, talking about this particular one, you can gain as a customer, ordinary customer. You can make a gain of 2% of every successful recharge people make through you. If you're a reseller, you can gain 2.5%, and if you use their API, you get 3%. So the people that are going to be using their API are really going to make more money. Okay, so that's just what that is. So I want you to take your time to take a look at all of these things that are on the table, because they have Airtel, Glow, just right about all the network we have in Nigeria. And then you look at this section. This is about electricity bills and cable subscription. You can also take a look at that, and then if you like that, you can go ahead and integrate or begin to sell to people from this platform. So that's just that. I really do not want to waste too much time trying to talk about them. So if you want to go to the documentation page, you really can go to that place through here. So this is where you get access to the documentation page, and it's really very simple. I think they offer some sample code in PHP. Let's just visit that and see. Alright, so this is the documentation page. If you want to go through integrating the platform using the API, you take your time and then go through this place. Okay, this is the table of content. So these are the things you can do to kind of successfully integrate their platform. So there's really no need of wasting too much time, since you said that we're not going to be coding on this part. So that is just that. I'm going to just walk away from this page right now. So let's check the next one. Alright, so the next website or company that we're going to be talking about is Superjarrah, which is also an API. But this part that you are seeing right now is not really their API. I'm going to show you their API site after we talk about this. Okay, but just know that this particular platform also sells data at a really cheaper rate, okay, than even VTU. So let's scroll down and then see some of the things that they got here. So you can buy so right here you can buy Airtime and then data. So this is their pricing. If you take a look at this place, you see you can get 50 megabytes at 25 naira, you can get 150 megabytes at 14 naira, you can get 250 megabytes at 16 naira, and 500 megabytes and you can even get 1 gigabyte at 215 naira, which is way cheaper than what is it called, the VTU.ng that we just talked about. Okay, so you can get an MTN 1 gigabyte at 215 naira. So I think VTU was VTU.ng was 249 naira. Okay, so you can get this one at either 215 naira, or you can also get that at 250 naira. And this means that they have two platforms. I think they have SME and then another package that they have. That's why they have two prices right here. That's what they call SME and then the other one I've forgotten the name at this moment. So that's just that. So they sell data at really, sorry about that, at really a very cheap cheaper rate. So you can see that you can get 2 gigabytes at something like 430 naira. You can get 3 gigabytes at 646 naira. So you can really get all these things. If you just integrate them to your own application, you can sell them at your own price. Okay, so that's just that. And if you want to go through their documentation, I mean their API, if you want to sell through their API, the site to the API is not superjarrah.com. Rather, you go to superjarrahapi.com. Let me show you their site now. So this is it. This is the API to that particular site I just showed you now. I showed you now. So if you get to this place, this is where you can have access to getting the full API stuff from them. So if you want to integrate it, you can come to this place and then go ahead and then integrate their platform. Okay, so you take your time to read through, and once you are done, you start your business. So that is just that. Take your time to read through this place. So let's take a look at another API right now without wasting more time. So the next API that we're going to talk about right now is Flutterwave. And Flutterwave is really a payment processor, a gateway, but it also sells airtime and data, even electricity bills. It also offers such. In fact, I've done a video on how to sell airtime using this particular platform, and I'm going to include the link in this video, so you can check that out and then see how I did the integration, and you can replicate that to do yours. Okay, so just understand it that they also sell those things: airtime, data, electricity bills, and cable subscription. Okay, but their pricing is quite different. It's quite higher than the two that I have just shown you. Okay, so they sell 1 gigabyte at 1,000 naira, just like the way MTN or Airtel sell their own data. So whatever MTN or Airtel or 9mobile is selling their card or their data is how much they're going to sell to you. But then for you to earn money from them, what happens is that they're going to give you a commission. So anytime you make a successful sale, they're going to give you about, I think it's about 2.5 or something like 3% that they give out to people. So you just really have to check that out yourself and find out how much percentage that they're giving out to people. Okay, so even electricity bills and all this, the rest of the bills that we pay in Nigeria, they also offer that. And one beautiful thing about Flutterwave is that you don't only sell to Nigerians. You can sell to people in Ghana, you can sell to people in Kenya, quite as a few of other countries. Okay, so that's one benefit, the one good benefit that it has over Superjarrah and then VTU.ng. VTU.ng and Superjarrah are only for Nigerians. But if you are using a Flutterwave, you can sell to people in Kenya, Ghana, and some other part of the world. Okay. All right. So the next one that we're going to talk about now is really a huge one, which is called Reloadly. All right. So the last one that we're going to talk about now is Reloadly. And Reloadly is really a very powerful airtime and data top-up API, which deals it's global. It's all over the world. You can sell to people in China, you can sell to people in Dubai, you can sell to people anywhere around the world. Okay, so one huge benefit about using Reloadly is that you get to sell to anybody around this world. As long as people use airtime and data right there, you can sell to them internationally. But then the only thing that I want you to understand is that they also sell almost at the same price that all the major networks are selling, like MTN, Airtel, or whatever network that you're using. If they're selling 1 gigabyte at 1,500, that's the same thing that you are going to get it from Reloadly. But then you are going to gain a commission. That's how you make your money on their platform. You gain a commission for every successful transaction. I think they give a commission of about something like 5%. You really just have to check that out. Don't take my word for it. I think they give something like 4 or 5%, and then for airtime and data. And then if you are using you are paying for something like electricity and cable subscription, I think they offer something like 9%. Okay, for every successful transaction on their own platform. So it's an API. If you scroll down, we're going to be seeing quite lots of a kind of documentation on how to do this. So You just take your time and then read through. You see the documentation down here. Alright, so you see that. So these are the documentation. They have it in PHP, they have Koi, PHP, Ruby, and even Java. Okay, you can really integrate in your own platform, but they have sample code on how to do all of these things. I'm sorry about that, in their platform. Okay, so that's really very I've used this before. I've actually integrated this particular API for someone before. And if any of you are having issues on how to integrate any of these services to your web application, you can feel free to send me a message on this particular email, thelordofapps@gmail.com. okay, or just put a comment on the description, on the comment section below, and then I will respond to you from there. Okay, but I did appreciate if you can send a message to thelordofapps@gmail.com. okay, so there are more APIs that I did not mention here. Okay, there are more APIs, so you can do your own research. If you find an API that does it cheaper, you can just let us know, okay, so that we can add that in our collection. And don't forget to check the description box, because I'm going to include some information right there. So if you don't know how to integrate this to your application or any of these APIs, you can just contact me. thelordofapps@gmail.com is my email. So that is just that, and yeah, so I'll see you in the next one.